So I'm going to make a jumbo bow, a mini bow without tails. Good morning everyone, how are you? How are we? So if you're new here, I'm Victoria and I run Kack-A-Ling Sisters, which is my witchy shop from one side, all things witchy you can find there. Then I also run Scrunchies and Bows, which is a hair accessory shop with everything's made from repurposed fabric. I was going to say furniture, but fabric, and we save it from the landfills. When I say we, it's just me. So if you've been following along, you'll know that I brought some tartan flannel shirts to cut up and make into scrunchies, and I'd made out of one shirt I'd made 6 scrunchies and a few no waste snap clips. Over between the last video and now, I actually cut up and managed to break down all of the shirts, the remaining shirts, to get them cut. Them two over that side are still to be figured out, but what I have done is cut all the pieces, and off camera was able to make 5 scrunchies from this shirt, which left me with some material to do the bows. So I'm going to make a jumbo bow, one lot. Let's see what this is, a mini bow, because I make a mini bow set with a mini bow. So they're a set, and then a large jumbo bow without tails. And then I have all this left to, what I'm going to try and do is just stitch it all together to try and pick a piece of material to try and figure out something more to do with that. Probably a headband or something to go with that shirt collection. So the last shirt collection we had these. I've managed to get this one, so while I'm sewing the bows I will add this one in because it's ready. So this one's the one with the gold. Actually, I say it like this hasn't got. This shirt is like this, and it has a gold and oh, can't see it, but it has a gold and a silver running through that one. Actually, it's like a green. It's like a green running through that one. And this one very brightly has the gold running through. So I'm going to crack on with that today. I need to get on top of stuff, and I feel like I've just been dilly-dallying and doing nothing. So I'm going to crack on with that. I have all these bits of excess material. So this one's from the double layered pearl ice scrunchies. So this one needs the tulle netting for it, so then I can finish making this one. I've already made one, but that's the excess because I won't waste material, so I need to do that. And then the witches scrunchies I have here also. So I have 3 more there to deal with and do. So I need to do that too, because I've got all this chunks of material just lying around waiting to be done with something. And between Kack-A-Ling Sisters, Scrunchies Bows, and my job, my other job, I'm finding things are starting to pile on top of me a little bit now. So I did say I need to make a list. I didn't do that, but what I did do is I took some product photos and I uploaded them to Scrunchies Bows, and I don't know if any of you have been onto my Etsy scrunchie bow, but I'd gotten myself so frazzled that I'd done a listing for these scrunchies, for this material scrunchie for Christmas, ready for Christmas. And what I'd done is I've done another listing for a different scrunchie, which was the double layered scrunchie with the lime inside and the foil on the black foil on top. It's quite a beautiful one. But I'd done a listing for that, and I'd uploaded the photos on that listing for this scrunchie. So it didn't even correlate, and it was only through me sitting down yesterday, like last night, and just going through and trying to do some admin and trying to get on top of myself a little bit that I had clocked that I'd done that. So I need to be a bit more mindful with it. I know that I'm chasing my tail a lot. It is how I thrive. But when you're making silly mistakes like that, it kind of, you need to pull back and slow down. It is a busy time in my life right now. I have said that throughout this. It's the last few days of little school for my youngest, before he then has some holiday and goes up to big school. For anyone who's not in the UK, actually I don't know, let me know down below what it's like where you're from, but here in the UK, like the children have 6 weeks holiday during the summer period, so we are just winding down to that. Not myself or my husband, but the children are winding down for that. So there's been a lot going on. On top of that, my son and his fiance are home visiting, so that's been a busy time as well. Yeah, and then obviously running Kack-A-Ling Sisters. Kack-A-Ling Sisters, I need to sit down and do a bit more with you on that, because I have noticed that it's a witchy shop, but I don't tend to show that side as much. I'm not sure why, but I will. However, I do want to just stop for a second, and I want to draw you into something that I'm trying to do. So, in the heart of repurposing, I have this dress that was my mum's, and my mum has passed away, but it was my mum's, and it was up in the loft, and I thought, you know what, I haven't for 6 years been able to actually look through some of her stuff, but I was able to look through, and I found this dress. This dress is not, it's not me, but what I am going to do is I'm going to open it all up and use the fabric. So I have a pair of black jeans that I also no longer wear, and could do with a bit of love and attention, and I'm going to cut it up and turn it into a skirt, and then add this with it. So I don't know, that won't be in this video, but it is to come. But for this video, and I expect you to keep me on a strict red schedule, I'm going to do the best I can to literally get through this lot. I will show you my desk, and you can see where I'm up to and where it's all lined up, and then I'll get cracking. So this is currently my desk. As you can see, I have the bows at the ready to make. I'd already had them all cut. These are the excess scraps from said shirt, which I'm going to try and bring all together. I have had to do that on a few pieces. So for this one already, it was already, like, I think you can see that quite clearly. I had to add that on, and it's happened on quite a few pieces just to make it a solid piece, which will work quite well. So once I've done these, I'm not going to allow myself to get distracted nor do anything else. I'm going to get these done. Once these are done, I will then approach this situation and see what we can make with this. And this is from the other scrunchies, so the other shirt. I don't know if you can see the difference here. This is a black, red, green and silver and white, and this is a red, blue, gold and white. So yeah. Let's crack on and see how far we get. Okay, let's get started on the bows. So the first one I'm going to make is the jumbo bow. What I'll do is I'll make them all together, do all the sewing, and then I'll come back in. Okay, so I've sewn all of the necessary bits now, which it just seems like it's just a load of sewn bits. But what I'm going to do now is break each one down and get them going, get the threads cut, get them made and turned, flipped around. So I will do that now. I'm just going to get my glue gun and get that cooking. Okay, so let's start with one. Hang on. Let me get my clips first. 2 jumbos. Right, we'll soon find out. So we get it flipped. Let's get this heat on. Flipped over. Start with flipping them all over, which are the ones we need flipping, and turning as well. So. Marvin is here. He's come to see everyone. He's making his way through all the mess. Hello, sweetheart. Yeah, been getting into mischief. Yeah, we know. Tell us all about it. What's happening out in the world? Okay, no, don't tell us what's happening in the world. The world's not a very nice place right now. You're so beautiful though. You make everything right, don't you? Why, thank you. Get me little doobie dobby to poke these corners through. So I just cut off the tip of this, and this is off a bow. I don't actually normally do that. I normally sew them, so I'm not sure where my head was at that moment in time. I think I was just all chatting to Mark. It's part of the jumbo bow. I know, baby. Let's get this corner flipped back over, and get this bit fixed. Because I just popped a knoll through it. This patchwork. There's 1, 2, 3, and then there's a long one, 4, and 5. 5 pieces to make this one piece. Thing is though, I find once it's all together it'll actually look really quite nice. Okay, let's make a start, shall we? jumbo bow. Done. Jumbo bow with tails. Jumbo bow without tails. These come as a set, so mini set. So jumbo bow, so mini bow with tails, mini bow without tails. And obviously I have to make the bow with tails for this material, so I'm going to have to put it all together and see how we get on. I'll take some photos and insert them here. Let me know what you think. This whole collection. So from one shirt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 5 scrunchies, a jumbo bow with tails, jumbo bow without tails, and a mini bow set. And there's still this to all put together and try and make something else. Not bad from a shirt. Okay. This is editing Victoria. I was just editing here this video and realised that I didn't do an outro. I didn't do an outro because the video of the notebook that you watched was in the same recording, and I had to split it into 2 because it was just so long, and obviously we know I'm still new at this. So this is me ending this video. I've come on to end this video, and I would like to wish you all the most amazing weekend with your family and friends. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you again on Monday. And if you've made it this far, please give a like, comment and subscribe.